Hi everyone, welcome back to the Wind Waker, where we're in the Earth Temple, which is where I ended up in the last video. Just pull up the other screen. Medley's with me, so that means that any gaps like this can easily be jumped across. This dungeon is usually the longest in the game, or one of the longest. Either this or the Wind Temple. They're both pretty long, ordinarily, but through a series of really interesting, in my opinion anyway, glitches, I'm actually going to skip almost the entire thing, but obviously I'll be doing it in such a way where I try and explain everything that I'm doing. So that guy's okay, he's not chasing me. So for this first room, what you want to do is come over here, and what you expect, well, something happened to him. Did he fall off the stairs? He did. Wow, poor guy. His thing is over there as well. So what you're supposed to do normally for this room is you would stand on this switch here as Link, and then you would throw her over to there. One thing I want to point out, if you're ever in first person mode while carrying her, do not press A to exit it. He will still throw her. That is like a massive oversight, and it really annoyed me in this game. But yeah, so what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to plant her here, and I'm actually going to go and hit the other one as Link, and I'll be using save states to do this because it's a little bit precise. I'm going to leaf pump the entire distance because you just simply won't have enough height to make it otherwise. Oh no. Oh, that's bad. So well, you saw how close that was, at least. Kind of got to prove my point. Anyway, let's just try again. You need to be quite good at this. Oh, come on, you can't give me that? Really? Whatever. We'll get it eventually. I think we're high enough this time. Cool. So now I can hit this switch, and this door down here is now open. This stays open, so I don't ever have to do this again, but I do need to get back and get her. I could just play the command melody, but then that defeats the point of this whole skip, because the whole point was to not have to play it. So I could use Tingle Balloons to make this easier, and just kind of run across the air, but it looks much cooler if you can do this, and I was able to. Cool. So what I'll do now is, I'll come over here, I'll just drop her. Oh, no. That's not what I wanted. Can I call her from... Oh, I can. Oh, she fell down anyway. Alright, cool. So, actually what I want to do here is take quite a bit of damage, so, you know, I'm not just sucking at the game. This is actually intentional, because there's a zombie hover coming up, and these guys do quite an amount of damage, actually. They're... Okay, I don't know what their pokes do, I wasn't paying attention, but, like, their horizontal swipes do a full heart of damage, so I'll try and get a couple of them in, that'd be best. Come on, stop pushing me away, just hit me. Hit me! Oh my god. Come on, look at this awful RNG. Probably the only time you can say that about a guy not hitting you. And yeah, their vertical swipes like that don't really do as much, they only do a half heart, so come on. I'll let him damage me a little bit more. Okay, this guy seems like he's a little bit better. Oh, maybe not. I think one more ought to do it. Any kind of hit will be fine. I think I'd probably prefer a vertical one, to be honest, but I'll take it. So, for the rest of the health that I need to get down, I'll just do that myself with bombs later on. Just get in here before these guys kill me. When you come into this room, you can just throw Medley without moving and she'll land straight in that section there. I hate those chews, those ones that like just kind of go into themselves like that. It's a nightmare trying to kill them. If you don't get to them in like a split second, you're not going to be able to hit them. It's just a pain in the butt. Anyway. These other darker ones, you have to have her like kind of light them with her shield. You can actually just run around her like this, and it will still work as long as it connects with them. So let me pull out my skull hammer. You don't actually need this. You can actually kill these guys by throwing them, but it's a little bit slower. So I'll just do this instead. I think. Did they actually leave anything behind? I mean, that was from another chew, that one there. But yeah. Anyway, so okay, what I need to do now. It's kind of a nuisance. I need to have Medley activate this chest with the light from her harp. I can't get it high enough just by doing this kind of trick, or if it does go high enough, she's kind of moving around. It has to consistently stay on there. So what I need to do actually is play the command melody and have her shine it on there. Now there's a bug with this emulator that prevents me from going back out of command melody mode. Normally when you're in command melody mode you can press R to go back to Link at any time, but for some reason it doesn't work, even though you know, the R button does work in general. I've already tested this. It's just when you're in command melody mode that it doesn't. So I want her to face this way so that I can quickly get her to do this when I go into command melody mode. Now the thing to note here is there is another way to get out of it, and that's if she takes damage. So I'll put a bomb down, quickly play the command melody, quickly as Medley turn on that chest by shining light on it for like a second or something, and then the bomb's going to damage me and send me back to Link. So let's just do this as quickly as we can. Okay, I was lined up perfectly, so I just have to wait to take damage. I don't have to keep the light on this, obviously, just as long as it's been lit up once, it'll work. So it's kind of a lame little workaround that I had to do there, but, you know, a little bit creative, so I'm glad I got to show off. If anyone's playing on the emulator, you know, they might be having issues with this, so it's good to know. I don't want to grab that heart, but I am going to get storage from this thing over here. Oh, almost got it first try. I didn't think I was going to get the Wind Waker dive, that's why I didn't press anything there, but a little bit slow on that one, a little bit early on that one, and just right on the third one. Love it. So when I open this chest with the storage active, the screen goes black, and what I do is I press L, turn around 180 degrees, press L again, and then Medley's right in front of you, so you can just pick her up and then just use the mini-map to navigate to this door that we just opened a little minute ago. And this is going to take us into, I guess you could say, the main room of the dungeon, which kind of has branching paths to many of the other sections. Now, these rooms over to the side are completely useless to me in this playthrough. I don't have a key for that, first of all, but I don't have to go in anyway. This one's barred. I'm going to show you a cool trick to open that. But you probably have noticed that the music is completely gone. All the side effects, everything, not from Link, but from like everyone else, are all still there. And obviously storage is active, so I can kind of, you know, move inside walls. My hitbox is really small right now. But anyway, the trick that I wanted to show off to open this door, normally you'd, I guess, play the command melody and have her point her harp towards the switch to get rid of the mist. Don't have to do that. You can just equip your skull hammer and just jump off, press A, and then press the button for the hammer, and it'll open that door. Like I said, however, I do not need to go in there, so that was just a little curiosity that I wanted to show off. You can walk in this if you get caught by the mist, by the way. So, because of the fact that I have storage, I can walk on certain slopes, so I'm going to jump over here onto this thing's leg, and Link will just stop there and I can just navigate my way up a little carefully. I don't need her anymore, at least for the moment, so I'll just chuck her across to safety, or almost to safety. I'm sure she can make the rest of the way herself. And I'm going to navigate my way up this statue using like jump slashes and side hops and stuff. So let me just, I'll make a save state here just in case, because you can fall off of this thing and that would suck. But I managed to get it, so you want to jump slash onto that, run up as much as you can to the top of it, and then just side hop, and you'll land up here. So I'm now at kind of the highest point that's... Well, I don't know if you can get on top of this little peak here, but I don't really need to. Doesn't look like you can. Probably if I backflipped or something. But anyway, what I'm going to do now is head over to this door here, which normally is a door you come out of after going through all these side doors. So what I'm effectively doing is going through the dungeon in reverse. I think you need to leave pumper, you just simply won't have enough height to get over here. So now that I'm here, I'm going to pull this out and the Tingle Tuner. I'm going to need to call Tingle in a minute, but not before I get myself down to a quarter heart, because there is a zombie hover coming up in just a second. It's the last one that I can think of right off the bat that I need to do for this playthrough. There could be others that I could show off. Can't think of any off the top of my head, but you know, regardless, let's just head in. And I'm going to pull up the screen with my GBA on it, which is right there, and I'm going to call Tingle. And as usual, I'm sure the game's going to lag like it always likes to do. But there is actually a method to this trick. It's not the same as the other ones where I just zombie hovered and then pressed whatever for the red thing, or like I started it from any specific angle, or any non-specific angle. This time I actually entered this room and I haven't moved Link at all, so I'm going to press L to bring the camera around. I'm going to go into first person mode and line up the right side of the B button with that corner on the wall. You see that black line. I'm then going to rotate 180 degrees, hold L, side hop, backflip, and at this point I'm going to pull out a bomb and I'm going to put it down in front of me using R so that he just places it on the ground. I guess before I do anything else I should actually get the... I guess we could go for the blue thing. I don't think I'll need the blue. No, we'll just go for red thing. I've got enough magic. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it in front of me using R, and I'm actually going to hit it this time with my sword just by pressing B. And this is going to let me... Well, it's going to put me in like such a position that... Well, you'll see what's going to happen. Let's just see if we can do it. So let's see if we can take off. No, we can't. Okay, so reloading the save state. And has he still got the red thing? He does. A little bit tricky, because it is caught... Well, I didn't mean to do that. Oh, okay. The Tingle Tuners went off. Okay, so we're ready to try this once more. I've got the Tingle Tuner back up. This time I'm actually going to put a blue ting on because I thought about it more and I've decided that it's not worth the risk that I could run out of magic here. So I'll line up the right side of the B button, this black line here on the wall, pivot 180 degrees, side hop, backflip, bomb in front of me, slash it, and take off. Hopefully, yep, got it. So what I'm trying to do with this zombie hover is just bring Link close to this wall here so that he can wedge himself in between this thing here and the wall, and it pushes him just out of bounds, just enough that you can actually hover away into the abyss like this. You can see the whole dungeon there. It looks kind of cool. So when I get high enough, I'm going to ask Tingle to give me the blue ting. I think this should be good enough. And when he gives that to me, it's going to replenish my hearts and my magic, and I'm going to be able to pull out the leaf. The timing on this is really tricky, so I can't slash the sword. Okay, yeah, as you saw, I couldn't slash the sword there, so hopefully get it this time. Start pulling out the leaf. Alright, cool. If you slash the sword and then he heals you, or if you slash the sword after he heals you, you'll just fall to your death. So I'm glad I made a save state there, and I'm glad that the Tingle Tuner actually worked with the save state. So now I'm flying all the way into this room over here, the loading zone, because there's actually a key on the door in front of this. So I can just fall in, and this takes us to the mini boss of the dungeon, and I am happy to say that the Tingle Tuner is no longer required, and it is going off right now. Alright, the GBA is now off. Go back to the other scene. And yeah, let's just progress. So the mini boss here, it's a Stalfos, and in order to beat it, or in order to clear the room, you have to kill this thing, and it makes some stairs appear up there that lead to the chest. You can actually skip this, and I am going to use states because it is a bit of a pain to do this. You can just run off of this, do a couple of leaf pumps, and if you don't suck at the game, you can just barely turn them around enough so that you can grab that. You can see what I'm going for here. It's a little bit tricky, but hopefully... No, I really thought that was going to work. This was always a nuisance to do in speedruns. Yeah, there we go. So it's only like this section here that you can grab where the stairs actually are, and the music's actually continuing here. And as a matter of fact, you'll see that it will continue even after I leave this room. So here's the mirror shield. There only is one use for this in the entire run, and it's the boss of this dungeon. If we could find some way to kill it without that, that would be helpful. Because obviously you can like save warp out of this room. Good way to do this is to crouch first person mode and then line it up. It's a little bit easier to aim that way. So this is going to let me out of this room, but we're about to see that there is a small issue. But you'll notice that the boss music is continuing even though I'm no longer in the mini boss room, so that's kind of a neat little thing. I'm pretty much stuck here. I could go in there and get a small key, which I don't need, so... But yeah, because I got to this room backwards, this is actually down. So I guess I'll just stock up on some items while I'm here. A lot of skulls here, hopefully I can get some magic. That looks good. Anything else? Nope. Whatever. Let's do a safe warp then. And just go back to the entrance to the dungeon. So like the kind of worst of it's over really. That zombie hover was the most stressful part and it's now finished. So let's just progress through the rest of this place. The power bracelet that I got before I came in here is actually only needed in this dungeon too. Also for the boss. I did use it to enter this place like I said, but in the previous video I mentioned that you can actually glitch inside it and it's just really difficult to do. So let's just get ourselves through the rest of this place. Let me pull out this, I believe. I think this is all I'm going to need for now. Gotta go back through this room. I'm going to kill these chews again just because they are going to get in my way when I'm trying to activate storage, which I'm going to need again in a second. I did not mean to pick that up. I'm never going to need this stupid root jelly. I think you take... How did I say that? Chew jelly. That's what I meant to say. I think I was trying to say red chew jelly and I combined the words. I do that sometimes. Anyway, just kill these. If it would ever get back up. I mean, I don't really need to do this, but like I said, they're just kind of going to get in my road when I'm trying to get storage again here. Because I'm going to get storage from that same chest. Wow, first try, not bad. So I'll get it from this chest, and again, the music and everything's going to turn off once this little chest thing's done. So I'm paying attention to the mini-map. That's how I'm knowing where to go. It's back over here to the same door as before. So what I want to do now that I've got the mirror shield, I can, come over here, use Medley to shine her harp onto this eye. I can stand over here with Link, do the same with this eye, or I can just skip the entire thing, which is obviously what I'm going to do, because that's a lot cooler and a lot faster. So I'll do the same thing I did before. I'll run over here and jump onto this thing's leg, and I'll climb up just onto its back this time. I don't really need Medley right now, so I'm just going to pop her through the wall. And actually, never mind, I do need her, so I'm going to fall through with her. If I just push myself in like that, I should be able to hopefully fall right through. Yeah, so now I'm behind these stairs too. And I can pick her up, take her to the next room. I actually don't need her for the rest of the dungeon, but it's a little bit of insurance to bring her with you, because there's a way you can skip this stone tablet over here. But it's kind of hard to do, and I've never been able to get it, so I'm not even going to bother. I'm just going to play the song, but you'll notice that these things never hit me. If you jump to the side of the bridge, they actually won't be able to. It's only if you walk over the bridge that they can, so there's a little bit of useful info for you. So let's play this song here. It even tells you which one it is on it, just in case you forgot. It's this one right here. So I'll fast forward this little cutscene here because we don't really need to see it. We've heard this song a million times already, but I'm never going to have to play it again, which is great, obviously. So she's actually playing the intro theme to the Wind Waker that you hear on the title screen. I guess not the intro theme, the title screen theme is what I meant to say. And funnily enough, you'll find out later on that the other theme that you learn from the other sage is another part of that. I think, did that turn the music back on? Yeah, it did. Okay, well, I guess that's kind of interesting. I still have storage, so I actually don't need her anymore, so I don't have to bring her in here. I'm going to go into first person mode again and light this up for the Redead Scream, hopefully. The door that I'm trying to get through is actually the one up there. I need a key for it, so let's see what we have to do about that. Hide in here. So this mist here, like the other stuff, will jinx you. I don't want that to happen, so if you just kind of walk inside the wall, since I have storage, I can get across this entire thing without it touching me. And then hopefully I can do like a jump. Oh, never mind, it got me. I don't know how it did that, to be honest. I'll take that heart though. Probably shouldn't have done that. I just probably extended my jinx time there, but I just gotta wait for this to go off. And then I can just jump slash up here, because you can't grab ledge as well in storage mode. So yeah, the room that I pointed out before, with the locked door in front of it, is this one here. I want to get in there, so I'm going to do exactly that. Same thing I did before. Walk into the wall, hold L, and he'll go halfway through it. When you climb yourself up, just pull out the leaf, and you can just pop through right there. So, where am I? Now that I'm in this room, the lock, the keypad isn't on the keypad, the lock or whatever isn't on it, padlock, that's the word I wanted, isn't on this side, but I actually still can't open the door, as you can see. So I want to get through this statue now. I don't have the light coming in from the ceiling that you're supposed to have, or coming through there, sorry, to break that statue. So instead, I'll just come over here. I'll do the same thing I did before. Just face the wall and kind of sidestep onto this bit right here, pull them up. So I'm now out of bounds. I can just navigate around to here, and I can land inside the little bit before the door behind the statue. Now this is a little bit tricky to do. You want to jump off and leaf around and make sure you come in kind of through the side of the door, otherwise you can get stuck behind it in the invisible bit. Then just walk towards this, turn around, and you can just barely open it. Takes me to the next area. Now there's a magic refill in there that I want, just to... That was cool, it killed one of the keys, just to make things a little bit easier later on. I don't really need to kill these things, but they're probably going to get in my road, so I probably should just kill them. Could be doing with more magic. I think there'll probably be some before the boss. So here's another stone tablet that you're supposed to use medley for. You don't actually need this, since I have storage. I can just run up it a little bit. Not too high though. If you go all the way to the top, the ceiling will crush you and you'll die. So I'll just jump off it, pull out my leaf, and land on this coffin here, and do the same thing that I just did a second ago. Leaf once I'm out of bounds and just come around here and try and go through the door from the side and not like too far into it. Just this bit right here, Link. There you go. Okay, turn around and open the door. So I'm now right before the boss. Skipped almost everything in this dungeon, including a really, really tedious room where you get the boss key. But we already know that there's not going to be any more boss keys in this run, because I said early on that the only one was going to be in one dungeon, and that was Tower of the Gods. There used to be a really convoluted method for skipping the boss key here, where you had to like use medley to clip through this wall and then sort of navigate out of bounds to like a tiny bit of platform that's out of bounds over there at that corner, and then do a similar kind of thing with her to get to fly in behind and touch the loading zone. It was really ridiculous. I'm so glad that it's not in the run anymore. So let's just head over here, and so all of the sounds are back, the music and Link, so that's good, I guess. Let's just stock up on these. I think there's just maybe rupees or something over here. Yeah, well, whatever. A bunch of singles, but I'll pick them up anyway. So since I have storage and don't have the boss key, I'm going to have to do something else to get through this. I'll just make a quick save state just in case, but I'm pretty sure it should be easy. I can pretty much just run up here and go straight through the door and just leaf my way in here, into Jalhalla's room. That's the name of the boss. And like I said before, the only reason we ever got the mirror shield and the power bracelets is so I can kill this guy. It just simply is not possible without them. So you're going to see their one and only true use in just a second once the fight starts. So here we go. Really easy boss. Can take a little while. It's usually a 3-cycle boss. We think a 2-cycle is possible, but it's very RNG dependent, or randomness dependent if you don't know what that means. So you got to shine him with the mirror shield, like that, until he becomes solid. Then you can go and use the power bracelet to pick him up. The game doesn't give you that, even if you get here without it. And now I'm going to throw some bombs around, I guess, to try and hit some of those guys. You want to just kill these pos. They each take 2 hits with the sword to die, so one spin attack will knock them out, or a jump attack if you prefer. Spin attack's always better because you can hit more than one of them at once. So yeah, same thing again, just run into the light, grab this heart for no good reason. He's kind of annoying like that, where he, you know, will start sucking you in, but as long as you touch him with the light at some point, he'll stop it immediately. So I'll just do the same thing as before, chuck some bombs around, see if it kills some of the guys, and kill the ones that are over here with the sword. Okay, I got 2 in here. Nope, I guess not. So it's going to be a 3-cycle, but that's okay, that's pretty standard. You can only kill a maximum of 5 normally, and there's 15 of them, so yeah, looks like I'm pretty much on track, because there was 5 left there. But like I said, if you kill more than one of them, well, I never said this, but like if you kill more than one of them with like on the same frame, then you can end up getting more. I feel like I've 2-cycled them before, but I don't really remember, to be honest. Anyway, same thing as before, just chuck some bombs. You can only do 3 at once. So the bombs didn't really help me at all there. Come on. 2 more. Try and get them both at once. Alright, cool, I did. So 3-cycle, pretty standard for Jalhalla. The fight was a little bit sloppy, but I did manage to do 3 cycles, so I'm happy with that. He's gonna disappear now, even though he's a ghost and he's already kind of invisible. But I guess that's what killed him. I feel like the light was already on his face before, but now he's definitely dead. So I can definitely pick this heart container up. Like I said, there's no more mandatory zombie hovers for this route. Not that it would stop me anyway, I'm quite happy to get my health lower if I have to, but yeah, let's just pick this up. It kind of annoys me a little bit when the magic meter is like a lot longer than the hearts, or the other way around. It just looks like you've kind of screwed up something, even though obviously you haven't. Let me just restock on these things and see what's inside this one. And the pose left this behind, probably just magic and stuff, not really, just other useless things I probably don't need. Anyway, I'll head into this. There's a pretty lengthy cutscene coming up where Medley plays the song again, so I'm going to skip till after that. Alright, so back outside with the Earth Temple done, you'll see that the Master Sword actually has a slightly opened hilt now. It looks more like the conventional Master Sword. I think that also changes over here. Yeah, it does. What does it say on this Master Sword? Does it say anything about it being powered? No. Oh, whatever. Who cares? So where are we headed next? I want to head over to Forest Haven, which I believe is there, because I need to go and pick up the other sage. I'm just going to warp there. There's no need to mess around with this this Super From stuff, even though I could do it. So let's just play the Ballad of Gales, pick Forest Haven, and get there as quickly as we can. Shouldn't be too hard. You know, when I was younger, I always thought that you were able to do these dungeons in any order, but I, for some reason, it's one of those things that I feel I can remember doing, like doing Wind before Earth, but you just really can't. Like, I don't think the Sage is actually there until you've beaten Earth. So let's just, I don't know why I put it on Z. I hate sail pumping on Z. It's just such a hard button to press compared to like X and Y. So it's really nice to see this place during the day, I think. Oh wow, okay, I did that on purpose obviously. So I'm going to head up here, and what you're supposed to do to find, well, you can actually see like musical notes coming out of that waterfall. That's your hint as to where he is. You're supposed to kind of go up there and I guess jump down into it or whatever, fall down from the waterfall and sword slash in. Best way to do it really is this. Actually, let me swap them because I'm going to be sailing in a bit. You can actually just grapple straight in from here. He should land right in it. Yeah, he does. So you don't even have to jump out of it if you stand in the right spot. That's kind of cool. So here he is. You can't play the song for him just yet. You got to talk to him first. It just doesn't work otherwise. I can't remember if that was the case with Medley. Anyway, let's pull the Wind Waker out and play the the Wind God's area, which is the one that starts with up. That's how I remember it. And a lengthy cutscene is about to start once Link is done with this, so I'll be editing that out as well. So here we have Makar in the boat. He actually sits on front of it. Medley was like next to you or whatever, but he actually kind of goes in front of it, which is kind of funny to look at. So I'm going to warp over to Windfall. It's the closest I can get to this next place that I want to go to, but the only reason I'm going there is so I can do a cool super swim there. I could just sail to it, but that's really boring. I don't like doing boring things in this playthrough. I'm going to super swim as much as I can, so let's just get ourselves there. And this is one of the things that I mentioned earlier. You can actually do this super swim without double storage because the place over there doesn't crash the game like most cutscenes do. So I'm actually going to do it with double storage anyway because I can still skip the cutscene that way, but yeah, I don't know, I just want to do it like this. So let's just park the boat somewhere where I can talk to him, get out of the boat and start this glitch off. So my car's just going to stay in there until I need him. Let's have a look at him. Such a little onion. Anyway, just pull out the Wind Waker and get our first storage. I don't think I got it there. Got it that time. So he only has one text box here, just like with before the Earth Temple. So I need to make sure I get this right away before the text box goes away. I didn't get it. I've got one more shot at it. Okay, I got it that time. Cool. So now I'm just going to head over to this side of the island. I don't really need to get loads of air refills, it's only one quadrant, so I don't want to press A to skip this until I have the Wind Waker out, because then I won't really have double storage, I think. I don't remember. Anyway, let's just pull the Wind Waker out and jump into the water and charge up our swim. Now, maybe I can get a hole in one here, and you'll see what that means in just a second. The island's over there in the background. I've been there before to learn the song. When it gets to about halfway, I guess I can release it. I think I've said that like a million times in this playthrough, but let's just see. Yeah, my speed's really not too great right now, but it shouldn't be an issue. Just gonna store the cutscene, there we go, because the boat's there with my car on the top of him. So I want to try and get straight into that entrance there. Is it possible? Well, I know it's possible, but am I gonna do it? That's the question. Come on, turn around. Oh, so close. Oh well, I'll just run around a little bit, I guess. See if that does anything. Nope, speed's all gone. Well, whatever. Not a problem. Well, that looked cool, but it's really minor, so I don't really care too much. So my car's going to be with me now. You can actually hear him, but he's already there. Now he's springing all over the place. Best thing to do here is just throw him, because he takes forever to get over here, and as long as he's close enough, you can still play it, even if he's in the air. I'll see if I can get that roll here that I tried to get with Medley and wasn't able to. Smash A. No, I didn't get it. If I got it, my car would have been in front of me and like inside the stone, but it's not a big deal. This place is open now, so I can go and access the final dungeon in the game. Not to suggest that the game's in any way nearly complete, there's still plenty of it left. But this is the last proper temple, I guess, unless you count like Ganon's castle. But yeah, this is the Wind Temple, and I'll be taking this one on in the next video, but for now, that is going to be it. Let me just quickly save my game, because I really don't want to lose all of that progress. So, thank you all for watching, and I will see you in the next one where we'll be doing the Wind Temple. See you then.